Hello there, and welcome back to Smash and Grab TV. I'm your host, Double D, and with me tonight is Tol Mandry. We're here at the Squig Pen, watching the Blazing Squigskins versus Pegasus Flyers. That's Orcs versus Brutonians. Tol Mandry, tell us a little bit about them.
Well, Orcs are one of these teams that they're a bit like tanks. This team in particular, they haven't brought a single goblin, haven't yet got a troll, but they all have armor value of 9. These things stand a huge beating and just keep getting back up. Then you've got the Bretonnians. They're a strange team, mix of peasants and knights. The peasants are a bit weak and stupid, whereas the knights, you don't want to mess with them, and their blitzers are some of the best in the game. They're fast, they're agile, they've got reasonable armor, and they've got some amazing skills. Here comes the coin toss.
It's the Orcs. Okay, so we've got the team setting up now. What are the Bretonians doing?
Can you believe that? That is one of the most aggressive Bretonian setups I've ever seen. They're all on the line of scrimmage, in defence.
Man, they mean business.
They really do. I'm not sure that's a wise move against Orcs. Those Black Orc blockers, I mean, you know, they can smash through the strength 3 Bretonians quite easily.
Yeah, you would imagine so. I wonder if this is the coach, Nogri Ogrison, trying to intimidate his opponent. Now, CC, I don't know if you remember, CC last year was actually running the Amazon team, and they came bottom. You know, she's quite a new coach, quite a new bit of fresh blood here in the Bloodbowl arena. And okay, she's had a little bit of experience now, but Nogri Ogrison is one from the old days. So it could well be that he's just decided he's going to try and scare the pants out of her.
I think he could be. I'm quite glad to see that the Orcs are also meeting them on the line of scrimmage. This is going to be quite a lot of blood for the first turn.
Yeah, you would definitely imagine so. Let's see how it goes. The kickoff's coming.
And we have a quick snap. I noticed the weather isn't very conducive for Blood Bowl. That's a lot of rain pouring down.
Yeah, you can see it spattering on the camera, can't you?
That's interesting. CC's only opted to move 2 of her players. The others are all standing still on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice and firm.
Here come the first blocks. Whack. Oh, reroll already had to be used there because those Black Orcs, they don't yet have the block skill.
None of them.
Ooh, a risky 1 dice block at this stage in the match without a reroll. I think that blitzer was lucky to get away with that.
Yeah, it took him down, mind.
Well, the Orcs.
Now, of course, you've got a profession.
Sorry, Double D. Please carry on.
No worries. I was just going to say, obviously, you've got a professional interest in the outcome of this match, given that you are going to be playing against both of these teams later on in the season.
Absolutely.
Just from this sort of.
I am.
I was going to.
Sorry, I keep talking over you. This is where us undead are rubbish. We just assume all the living are sort of yet to become undead.
Well, it is only a matter of time, of course. But looking at the setup that you've got here and knowing what you do about the coaches, do you have any sort of preferences as to when you face them during the tournament? And what do you think your chances are against each team?
I'd like to face one of these two after they've taken a real drumming from the previous match and don't have many players left. Orcs are scary. They're very strong, tough. You can't knock them down. And honestly, if you're not careful, you can lose half your players to them. Bretonnians, I don't know. They're just scoring machines. They're really, really tough, and they're so fast with their blitzers. So no, can I choose not to face them?
Unfortunately not. And of course, you know, you're talking about how dangerous those Bretonians are. Well, any team is only as good as its coach, but Nogri Ogrison last season was running the Nurgle team that came in second place in the competition. So he is going to be fearsome this season, I can tell.
He is a very experienced coach, although I do question his use of that block there. I see why he's bringing his blitz around the side. Oh no, sorry, one of his blockers around the side. Okay, the Orcs are moving in for their second turn of the match. Let's see if their thrower is able to pick up, given all the greasy conditions of this rain. Right, the Orcs are blocking once again. I must say that the Bretonnians seemed to come off better during that first round. They took out a lot more of the Orcs, and the Orcs managed to... Oh, we have a wrestle! That's a very useful skill. Takes them down without causing a turnover.
Yeah, yeah. You mentioned a couple of times the rain, of course, and the fact that affects play. Can you explain for those viewers who haven't really, got much familiarity with the game, exactly what the rain does for those players who are enduring it?
Well, absolutely. I mean, the main risk is the ball. The ball becomes as slippery as an oiled Squigskins. Quite relevant for this team, I'm sure. But yes, it makes it very hard to pick up, so you have a reduced chance of picking up and catching during a throw.
Ah, okay. So the teams that sort of rely on their muscle, in some ways, will have more of what's the word I'm looking for? More of an advantage than those who rely on the movement and the throwing and the catching.
Yes, yes. Rainy weather is a nightmare for Elven teams. It's one of the few times that their throwing and passing game just doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, let's see how the Brutonians fare.
At the moment, we've just got pretty much a maul going on in the middle, but at least I see the Orcs have now got the ball and are slowly moving it forwards.
It's always lovely to see a scrap in Blood Bowl, but
it is.
I have to say I do like it when the ball's moving. If it's a big ruck in the middle and nothing much happens, well, it's fun. It's fun in terms of the betting and the bloodletting, but less fun for the spectators.
No, I completely agree. It's like those Camrys that played last time I went and commentated. They played a good game, but it was very slow. But then Camry aren't the fastest on the pitch. Oh, we've got a knockout. Galor is out into the dugout.
That's going to make things harder for CC.
Oh, what do we have here? We've got one
got
of
a
the
breakthrough
blitzers
there.
running around the back. Gabriel Almel.
A cheeky little extra move there.
Yeah, risked a couple of sprints. Now Cece's got to move that ball into protection. She's got nice strong Orcs. I would move that thrower straight into the middle of that group that are currently standing in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah. Caging up. Good and sensible.
Yep, good move. Wait, what?
She tried to pass it.
He's got it. The Orc lineman has got the ball and is running down the pitch.
Well, that is nice to see. A bit of aggressive play there, a bit of determination from the Orc team.
I think the Orc fans are going, what? Oh no, the Black Orc has fallen. They're not the fastest. I wouldn't sprint with those. Personally, I think I would have tried to block some of the movement of the Bretonnians to stop them reaching the lineman.
Yes, you do have to think about what your opponent's due to do on the next turn and how you can stymie them, how you can stop them from achieving that.
He's down.
You've got to feel bad for Cece there. Last season her team, the Amazons, they came bottom of the patch. She shifted across to the Orcs, hoping that she'd have better luck with those, a tougher team, better challenge. But well, if her luck holds like this, she's not going to do much better.
I was very disappointed with the Amazons. They didn't give me a single player to use for this season. Not one death during their entire season.
I know, and that was the only team out of the entire patch that didn't have any deaths in it. It was incredible. Ooh.
He had to use a reroll there, though. Double skull came up.
Yeah.
There's not enough Orcs down there, I don't think, to defend the ball. This is... I thought for a second they were sure to score. Oh, we've got another KO.
Puking Patrick.
He's
left his guts on the pitch.
And another double skull. Cece's dice rolls off. Nuffle must be offended.
Yeah, that's pretty harsh. Of course, the Bretonnians this season, their stadium is actually called Chateau Nuffle. So I wonder if they've made some sort of deal with the god to indeed to get all of the luck this season.
Well, those Orcs
see how
are
that
outnumbered. Now you notice that the Blitzer was able to get a 2 dice block on a strength 4 player. This is because he has the skill that will actually give him the ability to roll against the strength and take them down. So he can match the strength of stronger players. It's very useful.
That's really handy when it works.
Oh, Tony's
Of course, if it doesn't work, you look foolish. Yes.
Wait, he's running down the pitch. We have a throw.
And a throw.
And a catch.
Pierre Le Snob.
I don't believe this.
Oh my word. It's a touchdown.
It is, it's a touchdown. If you'd have asked me 2 minutes ago, I would have said the Orcs were due to score. Well done, Bretonians. 1-up. They do pose rather though, don't they, when they've scored?
Well, you know, that was some fine play from the Bretonnian team, and I think a little bit of pride is in order. Let's see whether the Orcs can come back from it.
Their blitzers are. They're fast, they can catch, they can throw, they can run. They're just really, really good. I would love to have one of those on my team when they die.
And the fact that they were able to do that in the rain, that really shows just how good they are.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're setting up again now. Not quite so aggressive this time round.
No, they've
pulled a few of them back.
back.
Let's see what the Orcs are going to do.
It makes sense though. If you're lucky enough to get a blitz, you don't want to have all of your players up against the opponents because no one can move.
Yeah, this is very true. This is very true. And we've just seen what the Bretonians can do if they are given just a sliver of a chance.
They've got a blitz.
And it is a blitz.
Oh dear, I think this could go badly for the poor Orcs. Where's the ball landed?
Let's see.
No, right on the line of scrimmage.
Well, on the plus side for the Orc player, that means that it's going to be that much further for the Bretonians to shift with it. On the downside, yep, they've got it already. They've managed to pick up that ball, and we know how quickly they can move.
For it to land. Did you see the use of the Dauntless
Oh, that's right,
to take that Black Orc down?
Yes, yes, it was incredible to see. Yes, he's dropped the ball. Okay,
Right,
he wasn't able to catch that one.
Again. This is what they're good at.
Mm.
You throw the ball in, some of them aren't really sure what to do with it.
And believe you me, as a small player, that's the only thing you can hope for when you're face to face with one of these monsters.
It is. The Orc team are quite flexible though. Unlike most Orc teams, this one doesn't currently have a Troll or Goblin. We've got an injury! Oh, Pukin Patrick, back on the pitch from his KO. He's now got an injury, and I believe I saw that was a niggling injury.
Yeah, that's one that's going to play on him over the season. That's going to cause a lot of difficulties.
Sorry, I was saying, the Orcs, they can have Goblins, they can have Trolls, so they can play the passing the player down the pitch just as well as the Halflings can. Which, I know you're a fan of that.
Oh, yes, yes. Many a time I've sent my own players down the pitch with the help of one of my ogres, but I try not to do it myself, of course, because there's the danger that when you land, you can actually hurt yourself, and well, I'm far too valuable a player to risk that.
Oh, we had a single skull.
Ooh.
Why do a single dice roll? I think I would have brought up the thrower to assist there.
Yeah, I think that was desperation that caused that play there. A sense that everything was going wrong, and if they could just make that one dice roll, they might be able to put it right.
Oh, again that same
that ball's gone
Blitzer's
flying.
fumbled it twice now. Hold on, he's
now
running
here we
off
are with the
into end
Bretonian
of
coming
zone.
up the end. Yeah, looking for the easy throw and catch.
It's not easy when it's this wet. See, he had a 4+ instead of a 3+ roll to pick up, which makes it that much more slippery. Oh,
There's the
he's
pass
fumbled.
and a fumble.
He's lucky.
But what
though,
can the
it's
Orcs
landed next
do?
to him.
Yeah.
Well, they've got
Now, of course, if that had gone
down.
off of the pitch, there would have been a throw-in, but and that would have gone much better for the Orc team.
It
But
could have ended up
with it
anywhere
landing
with a
next to him there.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
He could be pushed off the pitch. No, he tripped.
Ooh.
Oh, what a time for a slip-up.
Yeah, it's that mud, of course. Another
Again,
attempted pickup here. And it's gone!
That ball is so greasy, the poor Bretonian can't touch it. It just shot out of his hands.
Come
at
on,
the speed of light.
Squigskins!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Why?
Oh, he just ran right into his fist.
That blitz doesn't make any sense to me. I would have blitzed the one that's down here.
Yeah. Oh, I can't see any way that they can stop it now. There's just one more turn for the Orcs to prevent this second touchdown from coming.
Oh, no, this is
He's got the ball.
He also went
Yeah.
and took it with the same player who scored last time, so that's a skill up at the end of the match.
Ah, can he play? Do you think he did that on purpose, or
I'm
is that just
certain.
how it turned out?
Oh, I'm certain he did that on purpose. So number 3 now gets a
can
new
he?
skill.
Indeed, indeed. Now, what would you take if that were your player? First skill.
Difficult decision, really. I mean, as I was saying, the Bretonnians are really highly flexible. Ideally, I would think I would look for dodge, or if I'm lucky, an agility bonus or something. I mean, they're all round blitzers, catchers, and scorers. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be really interesting.
I think you're right with dodge, though. You know, it makes such a big difference when, in the way that it shifts the odds of you know how your dice come out with your dodge.
Oh,
it saves you that whole extra.
In here. It looks as though the Bretonnians are setting up so that only the 3 of their players can be hit. There is only 1 turn left on the clock for each of them. However, if you do this and you get a blitz, you risk missing out.
Indeed.
Because that blitz, they still had time to score once more if they were lucky enough to get another.
Yeah, I suspect he's just decided now it's enough. He just wants to prevent CC from scoring himself, and he wants his team to be in as little risk as possible in that time.
Exactly. He's decided there's no chance of it's perfect defence anyway, so it wasn't a blitz. So I was worrying about nothing.
Always interesting to think of the what ifs, though, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the what ifs can play a huge part in the game. If there was a game last season where I believe there were 2 blitzes back to back, and it turned the tide of the game.
Oh.
Here we go. The Orcs are at least pounding a bit of more Bretonnian peasant into the earth.
My jaw's aching just at the thought of that one.
I feel sorry for these poor lads.
Yeah.
Yes, just to confirm, Pukin Patrick did indeed get a niggling injury, a damaged back. Oh, it looks like one of his compatriots is risking the same. That looks like the final block of this half for the Orcs.
Yes. And Louis is stunned. Well, he'll be back.
So what will the Bretonnians do? I would imagine they'll try and blitz 1 player. See if they can take somebody out before the end of this half.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, if he can manage to score an injury on that, that will get him some that will get him some skill points as well, won't it?
It will. There you go. He backed up with 2 assists just in case the Dauntless failed.
Brutality.
Oh, he's actually broken the Black Orc's armour. Just a stun. That was a really good first half. Those Bretonnians
I wasn't expecting to go. Yeah, wasn't expecting the score to go up quite that quickly.
No, absolutely.
I don't think we've seen the best of the Orcs yet, though. I think they're going to come back with some muscle.
I hope so. I really felt they were going to get the first touchdown. It looked so close.
Yeah, you could see the determination in CC's eyes, couldn't you?
You could.
Out there in the dugout.
I think if that Black Orc hadn't have tripped when it was moving into position to assist, I think it could well have been 1-1 at this point.
Yeah. Of course, now what you often notice with new...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just about to say the Orcs are now in the unenviable position of actually having to kick the ball to the Bretonnians.
Yes, giving them that first crucial run.
We've seen they run fast.
Big time. Let's see how they set up.
At
so
least
yeah, what I was going to say about
someone back.
Yeah, sensible stuff. With the with new coaches, of course, what we often see is people being a little bit too eager and sometimes making those mistakes instead of taking that step back and really thinking about what movements are necessary, what movements they can do without risk, and then only taking those risky moves right at the end when you've done everything else.
Indeed. Standing up players always should come first. 2 dice blocked before 1 dice blocked. Yeah, there's a whole sequence of events that it's always... Oh, here we go, straight down the pitch already. I've just noticed the rain has stopped. I wasn't paying attention while enjoying one of your pies. Bad Hag is injured. One of the blitzers. Miss next game.
And he's going to miss the next game.
Oh. It doesn't rain.
That's a disappointment for CC.
Do you know, I think this might be another very quick Bretonian touchdown. If they're able to pick up that ball and send it down the field.
Well, that's the big question, of course, because as we saw in the last drive, it's very easy for that ball to get slippery and fall out. Now, I know the rain has stopped, but you still can't make any kind of guarantee as to whether that ball's going to be picked up.
No.
But as you'll see with the Bretonian team here, it's all about making those opportunities. So if it does come out right, you're in the right place to do something with it.
I see, as you said, he struggled to pick the ball up, but he re-rolled and managed. Good job.
He did. Now, is there going to be a pass?
No, it doesn't.
Nope,
look
not
as
yet.
it is.
Okay, just getting himself into position.
The Bretonians have quite a strong front line here.
And a strong right hook.
They do. That peasant looks like he's really enjoying hitting that orc. Okay, the orcs are now pounding the peasants back.
They are. Oh. No deaths yet, of course, so nobody new for your team.
I know. It's been a disappointing season so far. The only death we had, he regenerated.
Oh, that was cruel.
It was. That was a coach of a Chaos Dwarf team. He fouled on the first turn. Fouled a troll, killed a troll. The troll got straight back up.
You see, I do love watching those Chaos players because they give no Fs at all, do they? They just dig right in.
They are lovely. And the Chaos Dwarfs, they've just got such a nice range of players. Unless you're playing against them.
They do. Yes. I'm looking forward to seeing their next match, which I believe is against the Tiny Rocks next week.
Ah, Camry against Chaos Dwarfs. Now that could be an interesting match. Both slow, both
Oh, we've got a pass!
We've got another touchdown.
Oh. This is just stunning to see. 3 touchdowns already. We're how many turns in? We've got still, I think, at least another 6 turns left of the match.
We do.
3-0. My word.
I feel for the Orcs. There's just been nothing they could do to stop those blitzers. They're literally running circles.
Yeah, well, at least one of their knocked out... Yeah. Well, their knocked out player has come back, so that's going to be of some use to CC. But, well, gosh, 3 down. It's hard to see how they can come back.
Yes, they're slightly outnumbered now. The Bretonians are 1 down, so 10 versus 8. I can't count. There are... Sorry, 3... not 3 players down. You see, you started talking about dead players, and you're making me immediately think there are people waiting to be resurrected in the dugouts. Getting carried away.
I can practically hear you salivating.
Oh, there's nothing more exciting than finding a corpse waiting for you in the dugout.
Look, what you do in your own time is entirely up to you. Right, another hefty setup. Man against orc.
Yep.
Facing off with each other.
Do you know, I've never had an undead halfling in my team.
Have you not?
No, sadly, when
What
they
a
die,
shame.
they tend to be squashed.
Oh, the sun continues to shine out nicely. That's going to dry off the pitch a little bit, make it easier for them.
Ooh, and the ball has bounced straight next to the blitzer.
Yes. Okay, bit of argy-bargy now in the middle.
Well, hopefully the Orcs are opening up a gap so they can actually pick up the ball and then get into a box formation and score before the end of the game.
Yeah, that would be lovely to see. There we go. We're breaking through a little bit here. Well, could have pushed a little bit further, maybe. What are we doing here? Yes, okay, so we're engaging the Brutonians.
Yep, take them out. Sadly, it's just a pushback. These Orcs are
it is a shame.
little soft.
They've
we
got
have
the
a
ball at
handoff
least.
to
A
the blitzer.
handoff.
Wait, what?
Okay.
The blitzer hasn't moved.
I don't know what's happened there.
I think he got confused, picked up the ball, and then just stood there.
He was just so not expecting that.
Yeah. To throw, saying, well, my job is to throw. Here's the ball.
Well, I guess he's the stronger player to have it and defend it, but he still needs to get it down the pitch.
Absolutely. He should have moved up in between those two black orcs.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Bretonnians are fighting back. Down goes an orc.
Those gauntleted fists, they don't half hit.
Yeah.
He's stunned.
He is. That's not a good time for the orcs to have another player lying on the pitch for an extra turn.
No, and the thickness of their skulls, it really does take a walloping to make them, knock them down like that and stun them.
Oh, we've got a turnover. A mistake there by the Bretonnian.
And the Squigskins take advantage.
They do, but you can see typical orcs, they're just getting invested in the hitting. They should get that ball moving up the pitch first and then hit.
Yes, you definitely don't want to lose focus when time's running out.
I mean, orcs, they really love the violence gun. It's what their fans come for. I'm not even convinced they're worried if they win or lose, as long as they injure the opposition.
Oh, funny old noise in the background there.
Yes, I'm not sure what that was. I think that was your pie oven going off.
Ah, of course. Serving number 4. That's one of Porky's pies, of course, being done there. Doing well after the first season. They've got more and more customers coming their way now.
Fantastic to hear. Well,
it's always nice to see a small business do well. Yes.
I'm hopeful that CC will get a touchdown at the end of this turn, because these orcs are now going into their typical strong formation.
Oh, we've got a blitz though.
Oh, he didn't punch him. He's just pushed him back a square.
Yes, and that of course puts the Bretonnian in quite a vulnerable position there.
Yeah, surrounded by those mountains of green flesh. Not an enviable place to be.
Smack on the orc. No. He's taken down.
Oh, we've got another mistake by the Bretonnians. And a turnover.
Down.
At this stage, we're stalling somewhat in the middle of the pitch. I'm hoping the Orcs will now push forward and get rid of some of those Bretonnians and get that ball further towards their touch zone.
Yes, you want that, don't you? But of course, there's that Bretonnian right in front of the ball player, the ball carrier. Now, if he'd been smart and blitzed, he could have hit that guy and then carried on running. But as it is, that's his turn. Oh no, I'm getting confused. It wasn't the ball carrier who struck.
It wasn't, but the Orcs seem to have ended their turn early. I don't know if they had a bit of a miscommunication with the manager there. Their ball carrier hasn't moved forwards. Oh, a Bretonnian's coming in
Orcs
from
don't
behind.
suffer from stupidity, do they?
I am wondering this. I said there were no trolls. Maybe these are just all baby trolls.
That would be just like CC as well, to take the cheap option and get the babies. My word.
Well, they have to learn how to play somewhere.
Indeed.
Unfortunately, the ball carrier is not just knocked down, he is knocked out.
That is bad luck. Nuffle is laughing. And so I suspect is Nogri Ogrison. Oof.
Yes, for his first match out with his Bretonnians, they're doing rather well.
Yes.
If
And the ball
score-
is secure.
It is. If they score one more time, I believe this will take them to the top of the league.
Undoubtedly. Of course, there's still 6 more rounds to go after this, but oof.
This is it. And then
Yes,
we
that
have the
certainly
second
puts his
season,
mark on it, doesn't
second
it?
half of the season afterwards.
Oh, of course, it's a 2... yes, we've got... everybody's playing each other twice this season, aren't they?
The Bretonnians have got to turn over 1 dice blocks. Never 1 dice block unless you absolutely have to.
It's a desperate move.
He would have been better standing on his feet, I think. Oh, the ball carrier's being blitzed. Oh, he's got a skull.
Oh, it's a skull and a double skull.
I don't
That is
believe it.
unfortunate.
I really feel for these
Now-
Orc players.
Yeah, it's harsh, isn't it? For those of this, for those of our watchers who
Oh, I just
tripped
need to
over
step
there.
in. We have got a trip. He's trying to dodge away from the Orcs, and he is down. The
Yes.
reroll didn't help. He's injured himself.
crafty orc. Oh,
Their star player, scorer of 2 touchdowns, is injured.
and that's his pride just as much as anything else. I think he smashed his hand. He's missing the next
Oh,
game.
no. He gets his new skill, and he doesn't get to use it.
Poor lad.
Who are
Poor
the
lad.
Pegasus flyers playing next? I haven't actually checked.
No, I haven't either. I must get up to date on those things before
You're
we
not
start
going
the
to believe
match.
this.
I will do
Another
next time.
2 skulls.
That's just brutal.
Nuffle, you mean person, Nuffle. Mean God, I
Now,
do
of course-
apologise. Quick correction before he takes it out on me next game.
Yeah, and look at that ball carrier so close to the end zone again.
Yes, it's inevitable now. I can't see the Orcs have
Yeah.
any way to stop him. None of their players are fast enough.
Yeah.
Of course, if they had brought a
No,
wizard with them, the wizard could smite
Yeah.
him with a lightning bolt.
Those are a joy to see. Now, I made the mistake earlier of thinking that we only had 7 rounds left, but of course we've got a total of 14 rounds this time.
We do.
Why do you think, for those who are watching, why is it that we've chosen to double the length of our tournament this time?
Well, this allows the players to progress a lot more. So by the end of the season, we'll have some hugely variable teams. Just seeing the skills being picked up and how it changes the team structure is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it's great to see a team evolve, isn't it? And of course you get those injuries building up as well, and
You
that
do.
starts to really differentiate the teams.
More importantly, you get those deaths, so I get to refill my ranks. Although, I have to point out that I am actually competing against 2 other coaches for any dead players. Because we have a Camry and
Yes.
an undead team as well joining us for this season.
Of course, and every one of you greedy for the flesh.
Well, not so much the Camrys, they tend to strip it off with some scarabs first. They just like their skeletons.
Oh, nice. So how do you decide between you who's going to get each body?
We play either tic-tac-toe or rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, we've got a foul.
Ooh, at this late stage of the game, good on you, Orcs. That's a shame.
Well,
only
you
a
know,
stun.
sometimes you've just got to do it. I love it.
And we have
Stunned.
another touchdown.
Wow.
Julian
Julian de Mandalorian.
He's a blocker. I thought it was a blitzer running down.
No, he's a blocker. And I bet he's polishing his helmet now and wondering what kind of promotion he's going to get.
They have just as much pride as the blitzers. They're all a different type of knight within the Bretonnian military.
Yes. Now, some people think that the Brutonians are arrogant, but I prefer to think that they are just... they know how good they are, and they're not ashamed to declare it.
They really are
And,
good.
you know, with a
that's the problem.
4-0 victory. Yeah. But with 4 touchdowns under their belts, I think they've got an awful lot to be proud of this game.
I see they're doing the same again. They see that they have no more turns left, so they're just putting 3 players up front. Now, if we had a riot, the ref may have forgotten how many turns have been played. You could have had easily enough turns to go and score again.
Of course, yes. It runs the clock back, doesn't it?
It does. Never assume the match is over. I've seen that happen
No.
too many times, and before you know what happened, the match isn't over, and they've just lost because they went and did exactly this manoeuvre.
Yeah. Well, let's see how it plays out.
Well, hopefully the Orcs will at least get a death before the end of the match.
Yes. It's always nice to see a little bit of brain matter and blood just smeared on that grass, isn't it?
It is. I mean, they're fans. They're ravenous for the deaths. They absolutely love that sort of play.
And they're cheering.
They are. They're saying,
Blazin
"Come on,
Squigskins get an
us a
extra
death."
reroll. Not that it'll do much.
Ooh,
We've got
we
a
have
touchback.
so at least the thrower should be able to get a single star player point for sending. Wait, Cece's given the ball to one of the blitzers.
Huh.
That's unexpected.
I think somebody needs to tell CC about the benefits of doing a quick pass just to get an extra skill point.
Oh, we nearly had an injury. Sadly, just a KO. And this could easily be the
Another
last
two-dicer
block of the
on
match.
smack.
One more blitz to go. Come on, Orcs. Last blitz. Make it count.
You're not even going to move with that ball.
I wonder if CC will foul on the last turn. I think the Bretonnians deserve it. Oh, we have a throw.
The ball. Ah, there's a pass.
And
a catch.
Bonus star player point. Well played.
And the foul.
And last move of the match. Oh, sadly he survived it.
Tasty. Tasty. And we got a stun there at the end as well.
4-0. What a match that's been for the Pegasus Flyers.
Yeah, that's got to make you a bit worried about facing them later on this season, hasn't it?
It has. I faced them in the very final match of the first half of the season. So who knows what they'll be like by then. Movement 9 blitzers, perhaps?
Gosh, really? Yeah, I suppose it could be.
Yeah. Well, I think we should have a look at the stats of this match because, I don't know, we can see Pierre Le Snob has also just gained himself an MVP for that one pass. He threw the ball, they gave him the MVP, he gets a skill up too. It's been a good match for the Bretonnians.
It's been an incredible match for the Brutonians and really something for the rest of the coaches to consider when it comes up to playing against them later.
It has. It's interesting statistics, very similar ball possession. But look at the speed that the Bretonnians run. 94 yards running this match. Incredible.
Yes. Double the amount that the Blazing Squigskins managed.
Yes. And the Pegasus Flyers have been blocked more times than the Blazing Squigs, and yet they didn't have the injuries.
No.
I feel sorry for the
Nuffle
Orcs.
was certainly on their side.
And star player points. Gorgrob and Takar both received some points, but look at the Pegasus Flyers. 2 players with new skills.
Yeah, and that means, of course, that they're going to be flying even higher next match.
Well, except Gabriel. He's going to be sitting in the infirmary.
Rubbing it better.
Absolutely.
Oh, bless him. Yes. Oh, well, thank you for watching that match with me today, Tom Andrew. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Anything we should be telling our fans to watch out for in the upcoming games?
Well, I'm actually getting to play against a certain goblin team. So if you want to see a drubbing, it's probably them with the chainsaw against my undead.
Wow. Do you know, they played a hell of a game as well, didn't they, in that first round?
They certainly did. I just need to point out on the dice rolls, half of the armour rolls that were made by the Pegasus Flyers failed, and yet they only had the 2 injuries.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
What a
Tell me
team.
now, didn't you make a bet about the Goblin team not winning? What happened there?
Yes, I had to eat my old star player from my previous team. He was a bit crunchy, I'm afraid.
How did he go down?
With a lot of indigestion. I'm not going to make that sort of guess again. Those goblins, they really showed us how well they can perform. Anyway.
Oh, they really did.
I think that's probably time for us to call off the commentating and hand it over to the next match.
All right, fantastic. Well, thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you on the pitch next time.
Thank you, Double D. See you later, mate.
All right, that's it then from Smash and Grab TV. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.